Hi guys, let's play a bit with our friend, the Blackest Night Batman, or the Black Lantern Batman. Let's see. Essentially, last time we tried to do the Catwoman mission, but there was this weird glitch where we seemed to have been stuck at like combat rating 23 or something like that. So it made the mission way too difficult. I did it yesterday when I was like, essentially, when I logged out and logged back in, it did fix the issue. My combat rating got back to I think it was 43 at the time. So so I was able to do the mission with the proper combat rating, and it was much better. The only problem was that there was a lot of lag yesterday, so trying to record was not really a good idea. So let's try and do that mission again today. There was a bit of lag earlier, but it seems to be fine now. So let's try and do it while everything seems fine. So as you see, my combat rating was raised to 50 thanks to a few drops. So essentially, I got the boots. I got where is it? I got the boots, the head, the back, and I got a weapon. But I think I got the weapon from another mission. All these did manage to raise my combat rating a bit. Also, there's a belt I could purchase. 54 an item level 54 belt I could purchase in the Hall of Doom. That's probably the next item I will purchase. So that should raise my combat rating a bit more. We'll see. So again, if I get just a bit lucky and get a piece or two I don't have already, it should help my combat rating a bit more. So again, the nice thing about this mission is that there's you have 5 drops. So if you have 5 chances of getting something that you could possibly use. And also once a week there's also the weekly box, but I'm not sure exactly what you can get or if you can really get anything all that useful from the weekly box. And ideally what you want to do is you want to pull each cat one at a time. Although right now it's not so much an issue, but when you can come in here, combat rating 43, or even worse if it glitches like it did the last time, you really don't want to fight more than one cat at a time. So ideally, if you can have like a pull move that allows you to pull them just one at a time towards you, it's usually a big help.
Lend me a hand and fetch the cat's eye diamonds from the jealous kitties guarding them in these chambers. If these relics can turn ordinary people into cats now, I can't wait to see what happens when their jewels are all in place.
So let's see if we can pull our friend here. Also, if you can use the background. Like there was this cat over there who would have been able to range me, so I just moved here just to avoid him, and he had to move towards me. And here's another one. And there should be another one up there. Oh, there he is. Well, let's clear out the last one just to be sure. I'm burning a bit more power than I should. So let's use our weapon a bit more. And again, let's try and pull them one at a time if it's possible. As you can see, if you're not careful, you'll end up with cats attacking you from every side, and that's usually not good. Ideally, you want to control how many cats or how many enemies will attack you, but you don't always control that. Sometimes it runs out of control, despite your best intentions. And again, let's try and pull them one at a time. Let's wait a bit for our power to come back up. And as you can see, we don't regenerate power very quickly, sadly. It could be that I'm not using the power back mechanic properly. I guess I didn't get the hang of it yet. So let's try and detect our friend. There he goes. I wasn't able to pull him. So let's wait a bit. So you can see the big cat waiting for us at the end of the tunnel. That should be good enough. At worst, we'll take a cola if we really need to. So let's summon our friends and let's get started. So let's see what we got while we recharge. Oh, we got the head. Oh, that's okay. We'll probably get something else anyways later. I think the belt you can only get it through the weekly boxes, if I'm not mistaken. But there's still the hands, the shoulders, the chest, the legs we could get, so... And if we're really lucky towards the end, we could possibly get the Catwoman legs, which would be nice, I suppose. But that's usually a rare item, or it's supposed to be. Although the rarest item is from what I know, is the Catwoman goggles. Those are pretty rare. I still recall when I started playing, essentially it was the best or one of the best masks in the game. So I remember farming for that way too much, and sadly, in like 4 years, I saw that mask only once, I think, as a drop. The other times I got the mask, I had to bite the bullet and purchase it in the broker, which in the past used to be very expensive. It's still fairly expensive today, but nowhere as expensive as it used to be. I probably could have cleared the other cats in the warehouse, but I don't think we really need to. Wouldn't hurt, but let's not do that. Although, as you see, if you don't go to the cats will go to the mountain or something like that. Let's let those kitty cat pass by, and then we can go. There used to be a lot more cats passing through. I'm not sure if it was nerfed or if something was changed that affected that, and they never really bothered to fix it, which would be possible, I suppose. If there's a bug or a glitch that doesn't really matter, uh, you don't really want to spend man hours trying to fix it. And if it's like that by design, then it's working fine, I suppose. Either way, I guess it wouldn't be worth it to spend any man hours trying to fix a problem that doesn't really matter, or that isn't really a problem. Sorry about that. Not sure why I'm still in considered as if I was in combat, but it doesn't really matter. Probably because of the gas, maybe. So let's summon our friends. Let's get started. Let's use our friendly barrel over here. Again, the helmet. There's 4 consoles that you can try to activate during the fight. Never really bothered to. The few times I did try, there's one time it worked fairly well, but there's some other time where it was more of a problem than just doing the mission without the consoles. Because essentially, as you try to click the consoles, of course, the cats are beating the crap out of you. And if you focus too much on the console and not enough on the cats, you die pretty quick. At some point, it pretty much became obvious that using the consoles was not really the best option. Although there could be a feat for that, it's been so long I don't really remember. Oh, strange. I can hear something, but oh, there it is. Oh, okay, now I know what it is. I guess we will get it later. So ideally, in some cases, you still want to finish the combo even if the enemy is down. Because like in here, it gives you a buff attack for a bit. So even if the enemy is down, you still want to finish your combo to get the buff attack for well, at least a few seconds. And there's usually a couple of barrels, so don't be afraid to use them. And I guess I messed up. Well, let's use the first barrel. Usually when he does his big attack, like his sort of lion scream, you can interrupt him, assuming you can break out, of course. And we got the back piece, which doesn't really help us. Well, let's see what's in the box. Winged Fury or a Slim Blue Aura. Let's go for the Aura. Pretty sure I have no characters that uses the Winged Fury back piece. I tried to use a combo that requires too much time. It happens. Ideally, when you have a combo that requires a lot of time to cast, you want to set it up with a stun ahead of time. Although it's not always an option, sometimes either you don't have a stun ready to use, or you use your stun and somehow the enemy resists your stun. These things happen. But in an ideal world, if you know you're going to use an ability that requires a lot of time to use, you try to use it while your opponent won't be able to interrupt you. Which in the heat of battle is not always as easy as it sounds. And there we go. So let's use our friend the barrel over here. And let's pull the big cat towards us. So as you saw, I used one of my combo while the big cat was down to make sure that I would not be interrupted. But even then, even if the big one is down, there's still like two or three other cats who could have interrupted me. Let's summon our friends. Let's use a supercharge. Ideally, you may want to use your claw first before the supercharge. I have a tendency to sometimes use the supercharge because the supercharge will recharge on its own. As opposed to the cola, you have to physically go back piece again. As opposed to the colas that you have to physically go and purchase some more. But in some cases, like the supercharge does take some time to refill. So in some cases, you may want to use your colas first. And then when you really have to use your supercharge, because let's say we use all our supercharge in this battle here, we still have a battle coming up with the Catwoman right now. So if we decide that we need our supercharge for the last boss, maybe a good idea to try and preserve whatever supercharge you have and use colas instead. Not really an issue. We probably can do Catwoman without using our supercharge. You never know. Sometimes the things can go very wrong. Let's summon our friend Servo. Why not? And sadly, as you can see, there's a lot of interruptions in this fight. So something like the servo that has a cooldown, you won't be able to use it as much as you would like, I guess. And we got some shoulders.
Oh, those alien creeps possessed me. Oh,
So we got at least one
oh
piece we should be
well.
able to use.
And the diamonds too, A pity. When
Now
next
let's
we meet,
consume
I'll
the
have to
Cult of
remember that
Trigon
the
theme.
cat burglar able to defeat the
And
gods.
it did raise us to 52. So right now the combat rating is pretty much the one thing I'm trying to raise. So if I have a healer piece of gear that's higher level than a DPS, that's what I'm going to use, or vice versa. So whatever gives me the best combat rating is pretty much what I use right now. I probably should have checked my mail first. But worst comes to worst, I'll reimprint. If I get something good, I'll reimprint it. Oh, we got a nice belt. Or is it just a style? Yeah, just a style. So let's sell and repair. I probably should start playing my healer role a bit. Not so much because I need to, but to try to get used to the healer powers, I suppose, or the healer combos. Maybe next time. So let's see what can we do next. I guess we could do this one. We didn't do it yet. I have to admit, it's not one of those missions I did a lot. Usually I'll do the. Maybe we should do the camera. Oh, that's right. Not sure if I have the camera and the console feed with this guy, so let's find out. Can't recall if I did this mission before with this character or not.
Parasite, you never could have planned this yourself. What's really going on here?
I'm surprised they didn't give her a more oval or rounded boob window. It's a bit squarish.
To protect these people, Parasite.
Must be a design decision unless there was some sort of limitation that didn't allow them to properly do the boob window, I suppose. Somehow I can't. There it goes.
Parasite needs constant meta meals to devour the force field between him and Power Girl. Infect the meta students hiding in the library so he can drain them from a distance.
I guess I didn't do it yet.
Happerson's Journal. Type 2 carbon crystallization susceptibility.
Yeah, that raised his blood sugar a bit.
Just making sure we're not forgetting something. And we can go.
There's tasty energy fields around the corner. Go!
Remind me never to invite this guy for dinner. More metas are hiding in the office and lab. Oh yeah, and more cops too. Enjoy.
That seems to be it for the camera, I think. Unless there's one I'm not seeing. I usually do it the other way around, but let's do it like this for this once. Spice it up. And somehow I couldn't break out.
Happerson's Journal. Hyperactive actin alpha 1. Reliably reproducible. Potential weaponization possibilities.
White waste, perfectly good healing barrel. No witness. Let's leave no witness, no loose ends.
Still hungry.
So let's go see our friend Parasite.
Begin sapping the shield.
So let's watch him sap the shield, as he says.
Yes, I'm getting a full power reading. The last shield is down and Parasite's got Power Girl cornered. Get in there and get some DNA. Now.
The only power you have is greed.
I'm not sure if we can defeat her without using the parasites, but we'll do that another time if that's possible. Let's try to get a bit away from her.
So weak. I have to stop you.
That is strange how she managed to be on top of the parasites like that. Oh, let's summon a few friends. I got scared for a second. I thought she had interrupted me from summoning my backups. Which happens sometimes. Sometimes if you get hit just as you're summoning your backups, sadly you can get interrupted. So this really is the first time we did this.
Haverson's Journal, Type 6, Morphogenetic Field.
So let's see what we got in the box. A plan. So let's consume the LexCore thingy. And we got some nice healer boots. Yeah. I could have sworn I saw. There's usually a treasure chest sometimes. I guess not today. The blue light thingy that you see when I spawn is that I used a Renon booster before when I started when I logged in, and I guess it's still active. It works for about an hour, I think. So I'm not sure how long we've been playing, but it seems to still be going. So let's keep those healer boots for our healer. Let's go put. Probably could keep our DPS boots in our inventory, but you always run the risk of maybe deleting it by mistake or something silly like that. So, well, may as well not take any chances. So Power Girl gave us a nice pair of boots, which I guess reminds me why I usually do the other missions before her, which sometimes probably ends up with not doing her mission at all. Like the old Gotham subway does give you a few chances at a few weapons. Like I think that's where I got my new claws, and also it gives you a chance for a few pieces of gear, like the what's it called, the split personality style or something like that, which I guess I don't have yet here. I know I think this is where I got my martial art claws. But there's also there's this the split personality style that we should be able to get here, and not just the style, but the gear is actually uh, not bad.
Think he'd turn up the heat if I asked? Your funeral.
Oh, I hear something.
Joker, this is Two-Face. Didn't you start this little gang war? Well, when I take over his operations, I'll be sure to mention
So the briefing I'm missing is probably the one from Bane, since I didn't do that side of the mission yet. Pretty sure I got all the birds, or did I? Doesn't matter. I usually wait towards the end to go pick up the guys who fell down. But nah, no reason not to get them today. I'm in right now. This should be the last one. Oh yeah.
So this is the Penguin smuggling headquarters. Not as classy as the Iceberg Lounge, and one heck of a tougher door policy. Now, which way to take? I'll flip a coin. Heads, take the right passage.
Oh, we got Hush again. That's okay. We'll get Bane some other time.
tempted to cross me. Remember, dead men tell no tales.
Oh no, he wants to kill us. Oh, she's so mean. Oh, let's use our friends. No reason not to. Ideally, of course, I want to save them for Penguin, but I'll get them back long before I reach Penguin. Although there's also the Pengbot Maximus, but we'll see. Which is one of the things, I guess, that makes this mission a bit better than the Power Girl mission. Since you have essentially 3 chances of getting some gear. We've got some rings, which will probably be useless.
You can tell him that yourself when you find him. His lair is deeper within these tunnels.
Well, let's see if Two-Face is still our friends. Ain't he sweet?
And luck is on our side. Let's take the penguin down.
Yeah, I know. I use my breakout move more as a crowd control device than actually to break out. It happens. Not sure where I took that bad habit, but we'll try to work on it. So here we have the almighty Pengbot Maximus, which was, holy crap, was he tough the first time I did this mission. It gets easier with time, either because you're better with the game, like either because at some point you start to know your character a bit more, but also you pretty much figure out how to counter it and interrupt it. Although I'm not sure we had the counter system when we first fought the evil Pingbot. And I messed up my combo again. Oh, let's recharge a bit.
Two-Face wants in on my smuggling operations, eh? Doesn't he know I'm an upright citizen these days? Come on, boys. Show Two-Face's little fledglings what happens when they crash my coop. Wah, 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 wah.
I will spare you guys my penguin imitation. Though I thought they did a good job of making a penguin that pretty much uh, embodies all the incarnation of the penguin in one character. Like he sort of looks like the classic penguin, but also like the one from the Batman animated TV series. I guess the one he looks the least like is the Tim Burton one. Although, well, let's summon our friends. No reason not to. So ideally, I would suggest to maximize your backup. Oh, we went up in level. I guess we did get a piece of gear.
Does this make us in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Brainiac.
Two-Face rules this roost.
Well done. Pity you aren't working for me. Enjoy this momentary victory, Two-Face, or Harvey Dent, or whoever you are. The penguin never puts all his eggs in one basket.
Ooh, we completed 10 challenges. Oh, I thought it was a barrel here. Oh, let's take this one here. No reason for that. I guess I'm just working towards my 1,000 barrel feet. Although I could probably purchase the feet, but well, we'll see. So let's get out of here. And let's see what we got that raised our combat rating to tier 3. Oh, we got a mask. Oh, that's nice. So let's use our commendation. And we have cooperated with the Cult of Trigon, which is okay, I suppose. Not really game breaking, I guess. So let's imprint our new gear. Actually, I probably should have waited. But what the heck. Ah, crap. I guess somehow we had a different mask. And there we go. So let's go get rid of a few things we don't need anymore. And before going to Central City, we'll probably go to the Watchtower. Yeah, I should have sold first. My bad. Essentially, I want to go to the Watchtower to purchase a new belt. I guess I'm gonna go to the Hall of Doom. Yeah, that's what happens when you play too many characters from both factions. So let's see. Let's go see the Cersei vendors. No reason for that. Either vendors in either wing would probably do the trick. So as you can see, there's a level 44 belt for 19 marks of victory, but there is a 54 belt for 24 marks of victory. And of course, there's a whole bunch of gear that we could purchase. Oh, that's actually better than what I have. So I guess I could purchase a belt and some pants. But sadly, we're gonna have to make a choice because we can't purchase everything. So let's go for that. And let's go for the pants or the belt. Oh, let's go for the pants. We'll come back for the belt some other time. So let's equip our new belt. If we really wanted to, we could purchase the third slot. I'm not sure I have a trinket that would make that really worth it. So if I ever purchase that slot, it'll be much later down the line. Essentially, if I get a nice trinket that makes it worth it, sure, I'll probably purchase it. So as you see, the belt and the pants brought us to 55. So that's not too bad. So let's go back to our base to imprint everything, and we'll go to Central City next. Essentially, I purchased the belt just for the extra combat rating. But the extra slot could prove useful down the line. We'll have to wait and see. Although right now I'm very tempted to go get the belt also, but maybe some other time. So let's see. We could go to Central City to do the missions over there, or we could do some solo missions first. There's still Star Labs that we didn't do, which we could do. Essentially, the reason to do the Star Labs mission would be to try to get the flash boots. It's the rare item that we can get from that mission. Of course, ideally, doing the tier 3 solos would make more sense in order to try to get some better gear. Let's do the old Star Lab. Why not? So normally in this mission you can turn into a monkey. You don't have to, but it's you're a bit less powerful, I guess, in monkey form. Maybe not when you first do this mission. As you level up, the monkey form is probably more powerful than your character. But here, you're probably more powerful with your character than as a monkey. But let's play the monkey. Why not? We don't have the opportunity to turn into a monkey all that often, so why not? Although as you see the guards, they hit pretty hard, so I guess we'd better be a bit more careful. Let's get rid of the sneaky pulsars. Essentially, they'll turn invisible and attack you from behind the first chance they get. So getting rid of them usually is a good idea.
There's something different about this monkey. Fall back. Fall back. We need a bigger gun. What has Claude done now?
Let's backtrack a bit. Well, let's summon a few friends actually.
About this monkey.
I usually go solo when I do this one because I don't want to share my bananas. But in this case, I'll make an exception. And even then, yeah. As you saw, a lot of evil guards spawned. So that wasn't a good idea. Nah.
This can't be happening. Fall back. Fall back. We need a bigger gun. No space. We need backup. This isn't one of Grodd's usual monkeys.
So usually once you reach this point here, you turn, they remove your monkey appearance, so it doesn't really matter. So by now you pretty much get back to being your old self, so to speak. And as I'm sure you noticed, you're quite a bit more powerful as yourself. Although it is fun to play as a monkey, it's fun when they put variations like that. And now let's help our friend Grodd.
This devolver will transform one of them into an ape, allowing me to bend his will with my powers.
Not so fast, Grodd. You've threatened humanity for the last time.
Although it's strange we're helping Grodd now, but
Got an upgrade.
I have to wonder, do we fight him still in Striker Prison? It's been a while since I did the Striker Prison as a villain, so I'm not sure if you still get to fight Grodd. Let's summon our friend. So ideally, as you can see, you can turn one of the flashes into a monkey. And then if you click the machine, you turn the other flash into a monkey. I'm not sure really why you want to do that. Like, why not just fight the two of them pretty much at once? I'm trying to find. There's usually a barrel over here, or maybe I'm crazy. I could be misremembering. Also, there's the version of the mission that you do as you level up. So maybe there's barrels for that version, but not this one. And there we go. Let's talk to our friend Rod. Oh, there's the barrel. Not sure how I missed it. And we got a nice chest. It's a small consolation prize from not getting the flash boots, I guess.
DCUO photo.
Uh, DC University photo? I'm not sure what that means. Sorry. Well, let's put a new mod in our new chest. I know it's a healer piece, but I'm still going to use it as DPS just for the extra combat rating it gives me. Essentially, the higher your combat rating versus compared to the enemies, and the more damage you'll do to them, and the less damage it'll do to you. So even though it will cost us a bit of precision, I think it's still a bit better to get more combat rating and lose a bit of precision because the extra combat rating will let us do a bit more damage anyway. I probably should. Well, let's go purchase ourselves a brand new belt. Why not? I probably should not do this. Odds are maybe in a mission we'll get a better belt. But the way the random number generator works, it could take a while before we get an actual belt that we can use. Or it could be the very next item we get. That happens too. Like if I had a quarter for every time that I purchased something and 5 minutes later I got a better version, I would have a lot of quarters. So let's imprint our new belt. I guess the gloves are the next piece we're going to want to replace. So we're up to 57, which isn't bad. Since the next step we want is 70 in order to be able to do tier 4 missions. So do we go to Central City or do we start doing, well, let's do a few solo missions. Actually, the best mission would be the police station. That and old Gotham subway as a duo. Let's go for. Let's be patient. Let's do the Star Labs mission first.
Good to see you again.
We're a bit higher than the minimum combat rating, so technically we should be okay, but you never know. Sometimes that's when you realize that certain powers are maybe a bit more powerful than others. Sometimes with power A, you'll be able to do a mission easily, and when you use power B, the mission will get much harder. The most obvious example I can think of is the bounties. Essentially, with my Magneto, I was able to do the bounties solo at combat rating 70. And with other characters, even at combat rating 80, 85 at the time, the bounties were still very difficult solo. So I guess my Magneto had a lot more survivability than, let's say, my Phantom. Which is pretty much what was making the difference. Like, my Magneto could survive through the whole fight as opposed to my Phantom, who could not stay alive long enough to actually make it through. Well, let's try and click the console and hope the turrets don't hit me. Oh, that was close. Let's drink a cola. So let's get an investigation or two.
Classified Materials Registry. Recovered by Superman from the Star LV-426 on an extended mission.
Security reporting 977.
Fall back into defense. Secure our
So let's go see. Usually there's a...
Harvested from government
Oh, there it
technology
is.
after the Cadmus incident.
Sometimes it's here, sometimes it's in the last room. It depends. And we did get a hat. Well, let's look a bit later if it's actually worth it.
Superman's self-righteous rage from here. So, I've added some kryptonite to Star Labs' defenses. When it gets here, I'll keep the Boy Scout occupied. You enable the kryptonite pulsars. Never know what hit him.
Your attack on Star Labs ends now, Lex. You don't own these exabytes or Star Labs research. We need these to be free.
So let's go activate the pulsar. And we'll come back for our friend Superman right after these messages.
Superman is weakening.
And as you see, there's plenty of barrels nearby, so no real reason not to use them. So let's activate the second pulsar. There's a bit of a random element, like it's not always the same pulsar in the same order, but it's always 3 pulsars. So essentially you activate one pulsar, beat up Superman, activate the second pulsar, beat up Superman, and then activate the third one. The only distinction is that the order in which you will, which pulsar you need to activate. There's a bit of a random when it comes to that.
Can't hold out. Have to withdraw.
So let's talk to our friend Luthor.
Value to me. Superman's been defeated, and the exobyte research is in my hands. I will be seeing you again. For bigger...
As you see, there's way more than plenty of barrels in this room. And we have a few briefings and investigation here, so let's pick them up.
Classified materials registry.
It's not impossible that I may have forgotten one, but
Recovered by Batman from a crashed alien ship.
Star Labs metahuman research arm, super hearing.
but even if you want to go back, this is one of those missions where you can't. Like once you reach the final room, that's it. So if you want all the briefings and investigations, better make sure to get them before you reach the last room. And we got some new gloves, which is what we're missing. And the new hat, not as good as the one we had, but it'll do the trick. And let's see what's in the box. Nothing good, sadly. Oh well, at least we got some new gloves, and now we're up to combat rating 59. So let's imprint our new gloves, and we'll be ready to start another mission. Sadly, these were our Sinestro gloves. Well, it's okay. We'll manage without them.
You gonna be using that aura you didn't 39 T use yet lol?
I'm not sure. Let me check. I'm not sure. You mean that blue? What is it? Light blue aura? Somewhat slim blue aura. I'm wondering which character I should give it to. I'll probably give it to my. Actually, yeah, I'll give it to my. I have a blue lantern that I'm working on, so I will give it to my blue lantern. I think my blue lantern already has the normal blue aura, but the slim blue could actually work a bit better. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Why are you looking for aura, Barry? If you are, it's okay. I understand. So let's see what next we could do.
Oh, okay.
Sorry to disappoint you. But after all, I am evil. I'm a Black Lantern, so I'm supposed to be mean to you. So let's help our little friend here.
For my Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner.
Yeah, that would make sense. Although Kyle Rayner is a he's a White Lantern now in the comics, so that makes no sense anymore. You can't have Kyle Rayner being a Blue Lantern. Come on, what were you thinking? But it's okay if you didn't know that. I must admit, I wouldn't know that either. I haven't been reading much Green Lantern comics for a while. Essentially, I tried to keep on reading Green Lantern with the New 52, and I kept on reading it for about I kept reading it for about 25 issues, maybe. Well, actually, that seems like a lot. Maybe let's say 20 issues. Essentially, I stopped reading it a couple of issues after Jeff Johns stopped writing the series. But I've been keeping up a bit on what's been going on in the DC universe, I suppose, comic wise, thanks to a little YouTuber called the Comicstorian or Historian. I'm not sure what's the proper way to
Oh,
call it.
lol, I have a tune that be any lantern because of the name of the tune I shows.
Oh, it's okay. I was just kidding you about that. But essentially, I've been keeping up with what's been going on in comics, mostly with this YouTube channel called the Comicstorian or Comic Historian. It's a pretty funny. The guy who does that is pretty charismatic, and he has a funny way of telling the story. Maybe I should put a link. I'll probably put a link in the description of the video when I get the chance. If you guys don't know about that YouTuber, it's worth checking out. There's also another one called the Comics Explained or something like that. But by far my favorite is the Comic Historian. Although there's probably a couple more that I don't think to mention or.
They think to defy me? They're dumber than my bestiamorphs.
Although right now in the comics they have what they call the Dark Side War or something like that. I'm surprised we didn't get some sort of tie-in. Although we don't have Dark Side yet in this Universe Online, so but who knows? Maybe in the next Hall of Power we'll get something linked to that. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. Although I'm not sure if I didn't really read the comics mostly. I followed more or less online what's been going on, and they seem to be trying to reinvent the New Gods for the New 52, and I'm a bit scared to give it a try. I'm terrified that they're going to ruin the characters. Although it would be pretty hard to ruin Darkseid, but you never know. I don't know if you noticed there was a treasure chest in the corner here, and we got some hand blasters. So let's free our friends. Let's keep going. I have no idea what I was targeting, but it wasn't that lady, that's for sure. So I think, oh, we forgot our little friend here. There we go. So I don't think we did I think we did forget something actually. It's very easy to forget. There's like, oh, went too far. Oh no, I got it. Oh yeah, it's true. This is, I probably did this mission before since Cersei is my mentor. Yeah, I know it may seem strange to make a magic Black Lantern, but I thought it's pretty much a zombie, a lantern zombie, so it did make some sort of sense to make it a magic character. And also I have plenty of character mentored by Luthor, and I have one mentored by Joker, so it wouldn't hurt to have a few magic mentored character. Thinking of magic, I've been toying with the idea of maybe having a Doctor Strange character. But I've pretty much hit the limit of characters I can have on PlayStation. So I would have to create it on PC, or I would have to respec one of my characters. I'm not sure yet what I'll do. Last time I kicked a Wonder Woman all the way up there, so I will try not to do that again. Essentially, she was too far for me to even try to attack her. And she sure wasn't attacking me, so... No! Was that the last one? Oh, no, I knew there was one left. Well, let's get rid of a few of the minions first, and we'll deal with Wonder Woman next. Yeah, I could summon my summons, but I've fun playing as a Rhino, so I'm not really trying to speed up the battle. I'm trying to enjoy it while I can. Also, I'm trying to be a bit careful. Really don't want to kick her or send her flying into a piece of background and not be able to attack her or fight her after. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's summon our friend, the Brainiac Servo, for the coup de grace. Ooh, got some pants. Which probably make the pants we just purchased useless. So as you can see, buying gear at this point is pretty much a waste of marks, which is why I much prefer, I strongly suggest people to invest in their mainframe instead. So the marks you get, invest them in your mainframe, because investing in gear is pretty much a waste of marks. But of course, you can do what you want. It's your marks. I'm wondering, it's been a while since I checked. So let's see what pants we got. Oh, we got some controller blasters, not really helpful. But the pants are really good. And of course the Cult of Trigon thingy. Those freaking toxic modules. It seems it's all we get from some reward boxes. Oh well. So as you saw, buying some pants was pretty much pointless. Sure, it was only one mark of victory, but still, it still ended up being a waste. Although we still have the belt, so it wasn't a total waste, I suppose. And we're up to combat rating 62, so the pants really helped. Let's sell that. I probably could try and give the blasters to someone else, or could I? No point. Or I could sell them on a broker. That would probably have been the wisest move, but oh well, next time. So let's see, what else could we do? Well, I guess I could do the Sentinels of Magic. I'm probably the only one, but whenever I see this sign, Elecron, I can't help but feel that there's a T missing somewhere. Unless does Elecron means anything? I usually chalk it up to some sort of typo, but it could be an actual word, and I just don't know about it. Well, let's try and pull her over here. As you see, my pull really doesn't work with her, which doesn't really matter. She's right there. But the good thing is she wasn't interrupting us, so we were pretty much able to use our combos as much as we wanted. I always think there's a blue briefing when I get here because of that stone, which actually I probably should use, and I will use it. Ah, our friend Eclipso is so happy. He's free.
Eclipso, I am Zatanna, and the forces of light stand against you. No matter who your allies are, you're getting back in that cage.
Zatanna is so mean. She wants to cage poor Eclipso. I know where to. We can pull her, so let's not. And essentially, I'm waiting for Etrigan before using my backups.
Arise the demon Etrigan!
Who calls the demon from hellish fires? I'll burn you all on flaming pyres. Run if you can from Etrigan.
Regain his power.
Almost there. Oh yeah. So let's speak with our friend Eclipso. And we got a new controller chest. Oh well. Ooh, but we did get some nice boots.
Now I have my freedom, and eternal darkness awaits.
So let's consume that. I'm not sure where my renown is at. Oh, still have a long way to go. Although, at some point you pretty much don't care about the renown anymore. It's not really helpful having access to the vendors and require renown is quickly pointless. All you really want to do is that you want to purchase the styles for the feats, and that's pretty much it. The feats or the looks, there's some looks that possibly you may want to use with your character, but that gear pretty quickly becomes obsolete. Should have known. So let's remove those boots. There we go. Nah. Probably could keep the healer boots, but nah, let's go for the higher combat rating instead. Should I keep the gun? Nah. Let's go put a white mod in our boots. So the boot mod usually is deadly block. Essentially, I could probably try swooping combos or exhilarating dive bomb, but nah. Oh, I didn't have. That is sad. Where is it? There. It didn't make that big of a difference since we do have. There we go. 40%, 45. I guess this one at 35 is the worst one. Oh, wrong. I thought of something was fishy. Let's try that again. So we have 35, 40, 50, 45, 45. Yeah, that will make a bit of a difference. And we do have a new skill point, which I hadn't noticed. So let's see. This will probably go to martial arts. Oh no, it won't. So dual pistols, I assume? Oh yes. And for the healer one, it's probably hand blasters, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah. We're still very far from being able to have some weapon masteries, but we're getting there slowly. Although a 28 skill point, that is really, really low. I should probably farm for skill points at some point. We'll see. So let's see what we can do from the on-duty menu. I guess we're left with the East End Regal Hotel, which I have to admit, I don't really like that mission very much. So I guess we could try the police station. Let's try that. Usually we can get some good gear from that. And we're 63, so we're not at the minimum combat rating, which kind of helps. And let's give a little bow to our friend, the Bat Zombie. That's a pretty cool one. It's the first time that I ever see a character similar to the one I'm using in the duo. And the bat call also. I haven't seen many people using the bat call. let's follow our friend and try to stay together. One of the challenges of this map is just sticking together. More often than not, player will go each on their separate ways, which is not that big an issue since usually you can do fine if you don't pull too many enemies. Poor Zatanna, we just defeated her not too long ago. Oh, we got some shoulder pads. We'll check later if it's any good. Well, let's wait for our friend. So as you can see, the buff gives it to all my friends. So our friend, the zombie Batman, is also benefiting from my buff. Well, assuming I don't mess up my combo. Holy crap, now we got two of them at once. That's not good. And I can't succeed my buff combo. Let's try it again. Nah. Oh, let's summon some friends. Poor Supergirl, she was stuck in the corner. So I guess we can start carrying the rocks. Oh, I went the wrong way. Usually with a good aim and a bit of teamwork, you can go through that fairly quickly. Let's give a thumbs up to our.
Having a
Oh,
police station is one of his buttons. We'll definitely have to do that again.
let's give a thumbs up to our zombie Batman.
There's 7 knocked unconscious. But sadly, we don't have time for more fun. Looks like most of
Let's
the
see what we
Justice League is
got.
on their way to that police station.
Oh, we got some nice pants.
Easy exit.
That's good. The gloves, not so much. So we changed our pants twice in like a couple of missions. Actually, it's 3 times, but that's beside the point, I guess. So we can collect a few styles. Oh no. Good for the style. And let's see what's in the box. Some nice shoulders, which sadly we can't use. So usually you have a handful of drops in this mission alone. So odds are you'll get something good from at least one of those drops. In this case, we got the pants. If you have a good partner, it's usually not a very difficult mission. And I would say the Bad Zombie was a good partner. We did fine even though we were both combat rating around 60 or early 60s. But I've done that mission sometimes with players who were and they're 80, 100, and holy crap, that mission quickly would turn into a nightmare. So we weren't that overgeared for that mission, but we did stick together, which was a big help. So let's see, do we try another one or do we call it quits for today? Or we could go do the Central City missions, I suppose. Let's do Bane and we'll keep the subway for maybe either a bit later or we'll do it after. We'll see.
Probably just some rats, man. Ain't rats. Ain't never rats. Go warn Diego we got company. I'll make sure to give him a nice warm greeting.
Let's give a little bow to our friend Emilu. And I guess let's wait for him a bit. There we go. And sadly, I hate those interruptions because it essentially just messed up the combo I was starting to do. And messing up my combo, that's my job. I don't need help for that. See? I'm surprised there's usually another one here, but I guess not. Ooh, some pants. Nah. And here's our friend Diego. And of course, he's attacking us while the cutscene is not even finished. Will our friend Skippy skip, or will he? I guess he will not Skippy skip. And I lost my interface. I'm not sure why I'm not getting healing back. I guess we're still in combat for some reason. I guess our friend was in a bit of a hurry.
Bane? Where are you? I always knew you were a coward! Show your face! I'll rip it right off!
Bane certainly is popular. Luckily, I have friends too. Right, Huntress?
We've got to get Venom off the streets. The sooner we take down these two, the sooner we can tackle Bane. You're in my sights. Now serving.
Wait to hear what Batman will say about this one.
I vote we get free, kick ass, and he never need.
Let's do some old-fashioned face-stomping. Drain Bane's venom when he's down, so we don't juice up on him. This stuff's called tricky, so the less he gets, the better.
Let's wait for our friend.
Did you really think you could defeat me?
I wonder why they didn't give Bane the Bane from Batman, the Bane voice from Batman Rises. I guess I'm out of power.
Beat him down to size.
So let's see what we got. Useless ring. Oh, got a plan. Some hand blasters. Oh, let's see what's in the box. Oh, a flat screen TV. That's nice. I'll keep the blasters just in case. Could be useful to raise my combat rating if I need to. Or is it role specific? If it's a controller, it won't really help me. It's just hand blasters. Let's Let's see if my interface comes back first. And it does not. So let's log back, log out, log in. Sometimes when the interface disappears, just zoning out does help, but sometimes it doesn't help, as you just saw. But now it's back, so let's do a little cheat. Not really cheat, but you'll see what I mean. Oh, some voodoo pants that we didn't collect before. So essentially, with the healer, I have access to end-to-end blasters, as you can see. So let's equip our end blasters here. And it should have raised our combat rating a little bit. Or did it? Hard to tell. So essentially, obviously it doesn't raise our equipped combat rating, but it did raise our overall combat rating. I'm pretty sure, although it wouldn't be very easy to verify, I suppose. So let's equip the blasters now, and let's see. Oh yeah, so the 66 with the blasters we have a 66 combat rating, which would be very tempting. Actually, let's do that. Nah, maybe not with style. Let's see if we can find a better style. Uh, let's go for the blasters. Come on. Not much choices. I guess we'll stick to bare hands. And for the gloves, we'll go for. I guess we'll stick with that for now. So let's respec our skill points. So essentially, that's going to show off a bit the versatility of having multiple armories. Is that you can set an armory with a different weapon if you want to. So let's see. Obviously, we're going to take this. We're going to take this, this, and this. Normally, I would take hair burst, but as a healer, I'll never ever use it. So, well, let's not waste a skill point with that. So let's go to the hand blasters. So for that blasters, what we want is the explosive shot mastery and arrow fling mastery, but mostly explosive shots. Although the haymaker and the ground pound mastery are pretty good, we're going to aim for the explosive shot mastery, no pun intended. So let's go with the bow. The bow will be the next weapon we'll purchase for our healer friend. And let's go imprint that before we make a mistake and have to start over. So essentially, as a healer, we're going to play with the hand blasters for a few reasons. It's going to allow us to remain far from the action. Because usually in a group, as a healer, you don't want to end up in melee. I've seen a lot of melee healers who are terrible and keep on dying and dying. So let's try not to do that. Let's go put let's go put our other weapon here. And I guess all I can really do with oh, I have two Slim Blue Aura. So I guess we're going to have to give the pants to for prestige. Now let's put a mod in our healer weapon. Usually I go with blast adapters pretty much by default, but since this is going to be pretty much a healer specific weapon, let's go with a restorative adapter. And let's see what happens. Maybe it will help me heal a bit more. I don't know. So I guess we could the one left that we could do is the Gotham subway. Let's do that. And while we wait, we will go do the Central City missions. Oh yeah, we're a villain. We have to go to the other side. The dark side. So let's take the wanted first, since we'll never do those. At least, not yet. Oh, well, there we go. We couldn't get our exhibit. But odds are it probably was a speed exhibit, so it's not a big loss. Eons ago, when I was a young mutant, so to speak, I was I started gathering exhibits in Central City. It was fairly easy to get a lot of them if you were just going around Central City, and if no one else was doing it, if someone else was doing it at the same time as you, then it was better to go to Gotham or Metropolis. But if you were farming by yourself, Central City was a good spot to farm for exhibits. The drawback was that once in a while your exhibits would be speed exhibits, but it was just, I don't know, maybe 20-25% of the time. Where's our friend? There she is. I think I'm getting a bit of lag. seems okay. Probably just me who messed who messed up my combo then.
So this is the Penguin smuggling headquarters. Not as classy as the Iceberg Lounge, and one heck of a tougher door policy. Now, which way to take? I'll flip a coin. Mr. Tails, take the left passage. I'll catch up with you, and we'll take on that dirty bird.
Oh, that's good. That's the side I hadn't done yet. So sure, sometimes once in a while you end up always getting the same side. But in the long run, sooner or later, you will get both sides. So I've seen people worrying about that, but there's really no point. These missions are made with the intent that you will repeat them multiple times. So it's not as if you do them like twice and never do them again. You pretty much need to do them over and over, at least for a while. But sure, as time goes by, once you have access to a lot more missions, then of course you don't repeat the same missions all the time. And heck, once you reach combat rating, I don't know, 100, you'll do these only once in a while, or when you create an alternate character. Oh, that's good. So let's collect our investigation here. Oh,
So long as he gets his juice. I'd lay odds that the Penguin...
Harvey Dent. Case
and
number
there's a
557.
briefing.
So much time spent.
Feeling lucky, punk? Let's flip the coin. And luck is on our side. Let's take the Penguin down.
And of course, just waiting a few seconds for your partner to pick up the briefing is asking too much, I suppose.
This is Jack Ryder, and you are wrong. Why? Because you thought boosting venom was going to let you lose 3 months. I have news for you. Venom is venom. Using harder than ever. Someone's tampered with his venom, making this beefy fruit a font for any big names in the gay world. Yes, but you are wrong.
So let's talk to our old friend Two-Face. Oopsie! Turns out it's not Two-Face. And I have to admit, Two-Face is well realized. They did a good job with that character. Ooh, we got a mobster two-toned trouser. We'll check it later.
If I could look like anyone I wanted, there's a passage to the Penguin's lair in the subway corridor. Get there on the double.
So as you saw, even though we did this mission already, there's a slight few variations in the sense, like right now we fought Clayface instead of fighting the Pangbot Maximus. And also, at the end, we're going to be fighting the other boss we didn't get to fight. So we fought Bane, we didn't get to fight Hush, but we will fight Hush once we reach the next boss.
So, Two-Face wants in on my smuggling operations, eh? Doesn't he know I'm an upright citizen these days? Come on, boys. Show Two-Face's little fledglings what happens when they crash my coop.
So sometimes, even though it's the same mission, they did add a few variations. It's not the end of the world. It's not like you're doing a totally different missions, but it's kind of nice to have a bit of variations in some of the missions, especially here since essentially there is a few variations in terms of even in terms of when you there's the random to decide which tunnel you will use.
Take out Two-Face's little lackeys.
Again, it's not like it's a totally different missions, but it does help when you do those missions a few hundred times. Anything that creates a bit of variation is welcome. And that went well. Of course, Quantum is, I would say Quantum is fairly powerful, so even though she was a combat rating 54, I wasn't really worried. And she did seem to do a good job with the advanced mechanic.
All timelines belong to Brainiac.
Pity you aren't working for me. Enjoy this momentary victory, Two-Face or Harvey Dent or whoever you are. The Penguin never puts all his eggs in one basket.
So let's give a little thumbs up to our friend. Oh, wrong one. Before she leaves, because she's probably in a hurry to leave, of course. And let's see what we got first. So let's see what's in the box. A focusing element. That's okay. We can sell it for a couple of dollars. Split personality, but we have better pants already. And these are tank weapons. Tank weapons. So nothing that can really help us, but it did give us a style, so. Our exhibit is still there. So let's pick it up. So let's take the mission from this little guy. From this little lady.
Yes, another specimen.
From this little guy. Although this one, we won't do it. We won't do it yet, or if ever. We'll see. And let's take the Zoom. The mission from Zoom. So let's zoom out since we don't want to go insane. This is really not one of my favorite missions. It's not as bad as it once was, but it's still fairly annoying to do. And the lady did she dis oh, there she goes. Not sure if she was running okay. I guess we have a bit of lag, so let's forget about doing that mission yet. Let's see if we can do the other missions. Assuming okay. I think that's going to be it for us today, seeing how we seem to have hit a bit of mega lag. So let's go back to our base then. And of course, the warp doesn't work. Holy crap, everything disappeared. I guess we're not even going to go to our base. So I suppose this is it, guys. As you can see, the game doesn't seem to be working anymore or loading anymore. Holy crap, that was a huge lag. So let's see what we got. Some boots. And we got no idea what we got. Some shoulders, I guess. Good for the style, I suppose. And some boots. Or boot styles, I should say. If I ever manage to collect it. There we go. So as you see, we're hitting some major lag, so I wouldn't be surprised if the game crashes any second. So I guess that's going to be it for now, guys. So hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.